The Nissan Skyline. God's performance gift for the budget racer. Trenched in your mind from a video game since the early days of the PlayStation 1. But of course, when you really search for performance, you might have been looking for this one. Or perhaps even this one. Unfortunately, we won't be looking at either of those just yet. But something that's rather less exciting and a little bit slower. This is the R32 Nissan Skyline GTE. And unlike its previously mentioned sticky counterparts, this is indeed in essence a four-door saloon. It's a rear-wheel drive inline six-cylinder sports sedan that on a racetrack would make the American Maxima look like an absolute potato. But just how outdated can this vehicle really be? Let's find out. What you are hearing is the 130 brake horsepower 3-liter inline-six engine, an engine developed by Nissan's engineers in North Korea. This was developed in a missile power plant almost 3 decades ago. So maybe it was developed within inches of a guided heat-seeking missile. Perhaps 25 years ago, this rolling time capsule was a force to be reckoned with in terms of speed. After all, the average economical vehicle in the late 80s only had an average rating of just over 100 horsepower. So it begs the question, is this just a rear-wheel drive Camry, or is it a wolf in sheep's clothing?
No, not really. Barely, if that. Unless you had planned on racing an old man in a wheelchair, you're not really going to be winning any races anytime soon.
Well, that's not the point of this vehicle, really. Sure, it can get you from 0 to 60 in about 12 seconds, but the saloon was more geared to traveling comfortably, taking you and your Asian family to buy noodles, rice, and other various Hello Kitty accessories.
Just for a JDM road trip car just like this, it sure can hold its own for being something that's over 2 decades old. And it sure does get a couple of looks at the gas station. What is it? Is it a Toyota Corolla? Not quite.
It was a vehicle that rolled off the assembly line around the time cocaine was at its absolute peak. As a matter of fact, 89% of the world's supply of cocaine came from a small country. This country was called Miami. So maybe I really did need to do a couple of lines to enjoy the car. Nothing really stood out to me at this point. So maybe this really was just a boring sedan after all. That is, of course, until I found this.
Now next to the shift lever over here, there's a little button that says power. I'm not exactly sure what it does, but we're about to find out. Oh my golly! A full 130 horsepower at my disposal, and nothing can stop me. The oxygen is ripping off my face as we speak.
The interior of the vehicle is plenty straightforward. Nissan's philosophy with interior design was meticulously curated to model that of an alien aircraft, with just a touch of feces. The instrumentation clusters are clear and precise, and will more than likely cause you to get shot in the face because of how fast you think you may be going. However, you have the option to change them for a more American approach. But of course, be warned, the gays have placed this unit of speed on purpose. Any and all alterations may cause them to lick your butthole. overall, the R32 sedan was much more than I expected it to be. There appears to be a romanticism about non-GTR Skylines being absolute rubbish. This, however, is a perfect all-around vehicle. You'll even still manage to get quite a few nods from fellow Japanese car enthusiasts. Especially from those dudes that totally wear backwards hats and sunglasses while having their key lanyards stick out of their pocket, yo. Also, I'm wearing Supreme jacket because I'm totally hype beast for the win, dude. This is Mark DeSanta. Thanks for tuning in. Good evening.